Happy Thursday, everybody. So today you're going to take a Time for Kids quiz. And the quiz is on the whole magazine. It's not just on the one article this time. It is a grade that's going to go in the grade book. So do the quiz carefully. I want you to go through and really look at the questions, reread the articles, and check for your answers. Let's go through some of this together here. So let me see if I can figure this out. I'm going to make me small. Yeah, you don't need to see that. Here we go. So here's our magazine. I'm going to just put it on this page right here. Let's look and see what our test is going to look like. Here is the test. So let's look at the top. It says Inside the Rise of Graphic Novels Magazine Quiz, yada yada. Use the articles from this issue to answer the questions. For each question, click the circle to the best answer. So you'll put your name right here. And let's look at the first question. The first question says, which best defines social distancing? And then you'll see here that there's an article that this question comes from called Social Distancing. If this were me taking the test, I would read the options or my choices first and then go back at the article and look at it again. So defines, that means the definition of social distancing. A, not leaving your home until the virus is eradicated or destroyed. B, staying inside if you are feeling sick. C, keeping as much space as possible between you and other people. Or D, not communicating with anyone who may have the virus. So let's go back now and look at our article, not that one. Where'd it go? Did I erase it? There we go. So here's the article on social distancing. Remember, if I double click it, it's gonna get bigger. So they said that the name of the article was Social Distancing. Here we go. And I can see right here in this paragraph, social distancing means avoiding mass gatherings and maintaining distance. That's according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Even people who are 6 feet apart from one another can spread the virus. All right, so that's where it tells us. Let's go back to our quiz. And which one of these would be the best choice? Not leaving your home, staying inside if you're feeling sick, keeping as much space as possible between you and other people, or not communicating with anyone who may have the virus. Now they didn't, in the article, they didn't give you the exact wording. You have to kind of think about what that wording meant and which one of these is the best answer. So you would click your answer there. Then you'd go on to number 2, same article. Social distancing is meant to, so why do we do it? What's it meaning? What's the meaning behind it? Why are we doing this? Read your choices and then go back into that same article. All right, let's look at number 3. Here's a different article. Look at the article. It's called Data Deep Dive. We know what data is. It's numbers and information. In 2018, more than half of kids looked for books that would A, tell them a good story, B, make them laugh, C, take them somewhere they've never been, or D, tell them about a topic they want to learn. So let's go to the data area. And I think they're talking about this. It says Data Deep Dive right here. So it says, what do kids look for when choosing books to read for fun? The Scholastic Book Company did surveys in 2016 and 18 to find out. Take a look at the bar graph to see how kids' answers have changed over time. So what do they do to look for a good book? Nothing in particular, just tell me a good story. Do they look for a book that makes them laugh? Do they look for a book that takes them somewhere they've never been? Or do they look for a book that tells them about a topic they want to become familiar with? Let's see. So A, tell them a good story. B, make them laugh. More than half the kids. So let's look back at this. So 50% is half, right? So which category was more than half? Here's a little hint. Look over here what that is. So you have to be really intentional on looking and making for sure you know what they're asking you. All right, let's go down to number 4. Here's a different article. Here's the main article, Comic Craze. Which of the following are not traditional to comics? So let's go back into our Time for Kids. Let's go to our Comic Craze. So which ones are not traditional? Of course I would have already read this, so I'm not just like looking blindly at my page. So look on here. Oh, I see the word traditional right here. It says comics have been around since at least the 19th century. Traditional comic books are short. Often they're about adventure or superheroes. Comics have this history of either being very funny and silly or having a lot of punching of things. Gina Gagliano says she works on graphic novels at Random House. That's a publishing company. Today's graphics are different. Authors use comics to tell a book-length story. It can be any genre. It can be realistic. So let's go to that. Which of the following are not traditional to comics? A humorous situation, pictures, superheroes, or realistic stories. What did she just say that she's doing now that it's not what comics used to be? So think about these answer choices. All right, again, we have a question about Comic Craze, so back at the same article. Number 6 is going to take you to the article called Flattening the Curve. I think there's a graph at the top of that. Number 7 is Wear It Proud. How did the author organize the ideas? Ooh, we're pretty good at this. Was it problem and solution? Was it cause and effect? Chronological order or compare and contrast? Okay, again, we're going to stick with the same article, Wear It Proud. What would Esai, Eggleston, Bracey, and Tiffany Brown likely agree on? So look at your choices and go back and look. And then we have a question about the Trolls World Tour. The article is called Rock On. So look at that one. And then last but not least, about the cool careers at the very bottom of the back page. So go ahead and look at that, click your answers, and you are good to go. I'm hoping you guys are going to go back into your magazine and use that to get lots of 100%. I'm excited to go back in and look at your scores. Have a good day. I miss you.